the Dell D6000 Universal Dock is an inexpensive option if you need a DisplayLink dock that works with your Apple Silicon Macintosh computers. This is my Dell D6000. I bought it at the height of COVID when most software engineers worked from home. If you are a regular on my channel, you know that I use the Hewlett-Packard HP G2 Universal Dock with all of my Silicon Macs. So why am I making a video about the Dell D6000 dock? Well, I actually bought this Dell before I bought the HP G2, and currently, as of March of 2026, the Dell is an absolute bargain compared to the G2. And there are people out there who wants to save money. Besides, it's nice to have options. Now, if you want to set up your Dell D6000 Universal Dock to work with your Silicon Mac, here are the steps that has worked really well for me. Go to the synaptics.com DisplayLink download site, select the Mac OS option. I will have all links for you in the description of this video. At the time of this recording, the latest DisplayLink Manager, make sure that you select DisplayLink Manager. The latest version is 15.1 for me, released on February 19th of 2026. And as you can see here, that is the exact version that I have installed on my Silicon Mac. Once you've installed the DisplayLink driver on your Mac, it is critical that you go into your system settings. And of course, I am using Tahoe 26.3 for my Mac OS version. So go into system settings, privacy, privacy and security, and then screen and system audio recording option. Click on that, and you want to enable DisplayLink Manager app. This is a critical step. Without activating this, it would not work for the Dell or for the HP G2 or any universal dock. Also, during installation, you will be prompted to allow DisplayLink to install this icon here in your menu bar. If you read the fine print in DisplayLink driver, there are no telemetry data sharing whatsoever, unlike other software vendor. Now, you do have to enable that, authorize that for this option to work. And once you authorize that and it's done installing on your Mac, you have these options here, including how you want your laptop to behave when the lid is closed. The Dell D6000 Universal Dock does support three 4K external displays with your MacBook, as you can see there. Now, I do have one of the monitors set to just 1920 by 1080 so that it's easier for you to see the text on the page and it's easier for me to work with YouTube. Switching over to POV, I'm going to move the browser through all four of the displays, including the native one on the laptop itself, as you can see there. And it's obviously connected to the dock there. It's obviously working, right? With regards to how the external displays are connected to the dock, I'm using a couple of display ports, cable, and a HDMI cable. And then the dock itself has all the normal USB 3
3.1, and then of course it has one USB-C connection. It's not doing it now, but occasionally the D6000 will make a beeping sound, a very low key beeping sound. If that bothers you, then uh, this dock probably isn't for you.
This dock does work perfectly with all versions of my silicon-based MacBooks. However, with the older Intel i9 MacBook Pro, I've noticed that when connecting to three external displays, it does not support full 4K. This dock does power and charge the battery on my Silicon as well as my Intel MacBooks. However, when compared to my Hewlett-Packard HP G2 Universal Dock, the HP G2 charged the battery much faster than the Dell. The HP G2 also takes up less space on my desk than this Dell. And I found that the G2 is more elegant and intuitive to use. And I like the way that the ports are set up. I think it's more convenient. But this is really cheap in the United States, especially if you buy it on the secondhand market. And with the economy going these days, we can always benefit from saving money. Keep in mind that if all you want is to connect a couple of external monitors to your MacBook, then you do not need a universal dock for that. The reason why I'm using a universal dock is because I have to connect a lot of different peripheries to my MacBook for development purposes and to play games. Um, if that is not your intention, then you don't need to waste money on an external universal dock. If you found this video to be of benefit, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.